See how this Follow the Thread tool can help you maintain sound leadership in difficult circumstances, especially having to do with getting triggered. Here's a real client story. The key factors are, we're in the middle of a major project for an important customer. Timely delivery guarantees huge ongoing business, a big step in our company's growth. We have a tight time frame and we're on track. Then, our project leader unexpectedly resigns. Here's how most leaders will get triggered. 1. We get news we perceive as significantly problematic, like this. 2. This sets off a cascade of lightning-fast negative thinking. 3. Those thoughts trigger waves of uncomfortable emotions like fear and despair. All of that happens just in the first 5 seconds. We experience a huge amount of resistance to what's going on because our attachment to the positive outcome that we've been looking for. Take a moment to think about how your mind would have handled that news. What are some of the thoughts you suspect you'd have had? There could be many, and likely they'd move in rapid succession from one to the next to the next. If we should ever experience this, this tool can help you quickly come back into a calm, balanced, rational, clear-headed state. By following this thread, we'll get to the core of what was really causing the CEO to react. Now, this is imperative for us to be able to shift back toward a neutral, unattached perspective from which we can objectively address our challenges wisely. So, number 1, the first thought within the thread might be, without our project leader, we're not going to meet the deadline. And then you'd ask yourself, and what's the problem with that? If we miss the deadline, our customer will be pissed. Well, and what's the worst thing that could happen if you disappoint your customer? They won't give us all the additional contracts we're hoping for. And what's the problem with that? We won't take that big leap. Why did he quit now? I'm so pissed. And what's the worst thing that could happen if you don't take that big leap? Do you know how hard it was to just get here? I'm exhausted and I feel stuck at this level, like perpetually spinning my wheels. I thought this time it was going to be different. And what are you not going to get that you so very much have wanted? Enough money to have things I want, rest from the constant pressure of treading water, recognition from my peers. There's also a part of me that thinks that, well, even though I know I've had success, I haven't ever really felt successful or good enough. And I guess I also thought, maybe, this would finally make my father proud of me. This is all very disappointing. In leadership crises, our minds may panic and try to figure out how to fix things or blame things, when what we need to do first is to just stop for a moment, to be with and clear the emotions rising within us. Notice these last responses are less agitated because he got to what was really going on, the actual pain. From there, the intensity loses power and he can return to clarity and assess how to address the situation. What are the takeaways here? Like many leaders, he's not readily in touch with what's really going on with himself. It took 6 steps with prompts for him to get to the heart of the matter. That's how well we defend ourselves from facing feelings, layer over layer over layer of relevant but distracted thoughts in the way. Those thoughts and resulting emotions get in the way of seeing things clearly. Now, should you ever find yourself triggered, I invite you to try this process to clear the clutter of your reactive thinking. It'll make it far easier for you to lead with clarity and wisdom, which places us in the best mode for generating success for our teams, our companies, and ourselves.